Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Day on the calendar, Noche Latina, commemorating the NBA's connection to Latin heritage and culture. I'm Brian Anderson, courtside, along with Grant Hill and Tim Legler. Allie LaForce will be joining us in just a moment. And with 3 games remaining in the regular season, here's how the East stacks up. You take a look at Miami. Right now, they rank 3rd in the conference, aiming for a high seed in the postseason. And, of course, Detroit, only a few spots below.
Well, I think for Detroit, what's impressive is they've reached much of their potential this year. The big question, though, people are asking is, do they have what it takes to become a front runner?
Well, I think that extra gear is coming, especially as we get further down the stretch, when you're trying to build momentum for a playoff run.
Now a look at Detroit's starting lineup. They've got Karl Anthony Towns, Santi Aldama out there with Bilal Coulibaly. Then there's Benedict Mathurin, and it's George in at the point guard position. And for the Heat, Aaron Gordon is out there with Jimmy Butler. Then it's Andrew Wiggins, then it's Walker Kessler, and it's Curry in at the 1. When it comes to these two teams, Grant, you have to expect they'll be relying on their front court to get it done here.
Yeah, I think that's right, B.A. It should be an old-fashioned battle amongst the bigs. And whoever gets the edge in that matchup, I think gets the W. But we'll see.
And so it's Detroit with it, following the bucket by the Heat. Picked by Aldama. Mathurin with the ball. Now Wiggins defending. Here's Towns. Rebound Miami. This is their first game against Detroit this season.
Last year, these two gave us a very entertaining season series, splitting the games.
Well, they gave us great matchups a year ago. Hopefully, that's the case again now.
5 to shoot. Here's Curry. The Heat need to get one up in a hurry. Shot is good by Gordon.
Yeah, confident-looking shot by Gordon. You know he's feeling it when he's taking and making these.
And it's Towns with the power finish.
He can really read the floor. Precision pass in rhythm.
And just around a minute and a half into this first quarter. Kept alive. Pass to Curry. Second shot opportunity. Towns with a rebound.
And players avoid taking mid-range shots these days. It's almost like the threes are easier for players to get.
And it's Towns with the power finish.
Yeah, strong flush from Towns. I like whenever he plays with an edge inside.
Well, Grant, the 2025 season was sort of a return to form for Karl Anthony Towns.
Yeah, B.A. He just seemed more comfortable out there, right? Getting back to what his numbers used to look like and just playing with reckless abandon. Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Aldama outside. Back to George. Let's go with a 3. Sinks the tray.
And there's a nice rhythm to his three-point shot. You know, George has a confident stroke.
Butler with the ball. His last outing, he had 18 points. Towns with a rebound. The Pistons trailing. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Just moments ago, Eric Spoelstra and I were able to chat. We talked about the matchup issues that Karl Anthony Towns creates for defenses. Coach said the combination of size and skill make Cat a tough cover. If you put a center on him, he can beat them with his quickness or his perimeter game. And if you put a wing on him, he can overpower them in the post. Back over to you.
And Allie, thanks. Outside Butler. Pass to Kessler. Out of bounds. It'll be Pistons ball. And since the All-Star break, here's a look at the best rebounders in the league. Well, you look at Kessler. His dominance on the boards is unquestionable.
Since the break, we've seen a renewed focus from him on the boards, and I know his entire team appreciates that lift.
The Pistons have gone 3 of 4. Off to a nice start. Outside Mathurin. Towns a screen on Wiggins. For 3, Mathurin. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Towns. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Curry passes to Kessler. Here's Butler. The shot that time not on target. And so George will bring it up for Detroit. They trail by 1. Here's Mathurin. A chance there to take the lead, but a miss. Miami's gone 2 for 3 from outside the arc. Wiggins finds Butler. And it's Jimmy Butler with the foul. That's his first foul.
And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
Detroit has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Outside Coulibaly. George outside. For 3. Oh, he missed it. Making him 1 for 2 now. Well, the Heat's shooting about 43% since tip-off. Butler passes to Curry. Misses, and the dry spell continues.
Well, the defense did just enough to force that miss because he is a good finisher.
To the left wing. Towns, left side. Clock at 6. And it's out of bounds. The Pistons able to retain possession here. And so the timeout by J.B. Bickerstaff here. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. Different look for Miami. Green's checked in for Kessler. Mikal Bridges comes in for Jimmy Butler. And it's Bradley Beal in for Andrew Wiggins. A big group substitution here for Detroit. Cornette's checked in for Aldama. Ingles comes in for Coulibaly. Scoot Henderson's checked in for Mathurin. And Love is subbed in for George. Clock at 2. Love for 3. Miami grabs the miss. Tim, how do you like this blend for the new Pistons? Wily veterans alongside the new blood.
I love the way they have built this team. Shooting was their Achilles heel, but these veterans bring spacing and savvy.
Man, that one's good.
Yeah, relentless worker. Bridges, so tough inside.
Here's Henderson. He's averaging more than 12 a game. A consistent threat on offense. Towns outside. Cornette sets a screen. Love for 3. Rebounded by Green. Miami leading by 3. Bridges finds Beal. Now here's Curry. This one for 3. And he misses. Only 2 for 6.
Well, fortunately, as he searches for his scoring rhythm, they still have the lead for now.
Ingles, good. Now here's Curry. They really needed more from him in the loss to Cleveland. From down in the low post, it goes. Curry's got 7.
Who has a better floater than Steph?
Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
Outside for Henderson. Detroit moving the ball around. Towns on a screen. 6 on the shot clock. Love passes to Henderson. And they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
And athleticism on display there by Henderson. Just an acrobatic move to finish the play.
Detroit shooting their first free throw tonight. A different look for Miami. Adams comes in for Gordon, and Butler is subbed in for Curry. And a switch here also for Detroit. George is checked in. And it's tied up with that one. And Tim, some have said that the hardcore Heat culture doesn't work in today's league.
Well, there certainly is a different mindset in the modern player. And the Heat organization was always known for working players the hardest. But now they have to ease back, but still be tougher than most.
Beal's shot is off. The Pistons have gone 5 of 12 in this first quarter. Pass to George. On the wing, Ingles. And unable to get the go-ahead bucket there. And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for the Miami Heat. Outplayed in their previous game on their schedule, losing to the Cavs.
Yeah, it was really just the failure to convert shots on a consistent basis. That's going to cost you games, believe me.
Yeah, it shows you the importance of finding high percentage looks, something that they may focus on in this one.
And here's Henderson. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against Charlotte.
But he also had an impact as a facilitator, generating offense for others.
So at the end of one quarter of play, still a close game. It's the Heat up 3. Let's take a quick break, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter. We'll see what happens here in the second. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Heat.
Yeah, their early focus on outside scoring has paid off. They're finding plenty of points from three-point land.
Another highlight for them has been their early ball movement, making quick, decisive passes to set up guys for great looks.
Setting the floor for Detroit. Keontae George out there with Henderson. Then there's Luke Cornett. Then it's Joe Ingles. And it's Love in at the 3 spot. Beal finds Butler. Beal with a screen on Love. Now Adams. Cornett defending. Outside, Ingles. George, right side. Three-pointer. Nice. Gets his second bucket. He's 2 for 4 now.
Well, he's a guy they look to go to, and now you see why.
Butler passes to Adams. Here in the second quarter, a little over a minute of play. The fader. The rebound by Detroit.
When you're wide open like that, no need to fade away.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, Draymond Green's talked about his mind for the game. He said, I've never been the tallest or the fastest. We all have gifts. My IQ is a gift that was enhanced by great coaches. I was taught the game properly, so I'm very fortunate and extremely thankful for the coaches that I've had in my life. Brian, back to you.
Paying tribute. All right, thank you, Allie. And Tim, last season, Draymond Green adding a Hustle Player of the Year award to his Hall of Fame resume.
Yeah, and B.A., that's an award every young player should aspire to have. But I know for Draymond Green, he was hoping to get his second Defensive Player of the Year award.
And here's a timeout from Eric Spoelstra now. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. And we show you the best defenses in the NBA since the break. Fourth, the Pistons.
Since the break, here's a team that has locked up their opponents, playing with passion defensively.
Free throw good. Green. Well, most NBA teams run their offense through their star player. But, Grant, that can leave a team vulnerable when that player has an off night.
You know, in a strange way, it's almost better if your star is out of the game. I know that sounds weird, but those complementary players get increased opportunities and are emboldened to do more.
And last season, the Pistons became the first team ever to triple their win total from the previous campaign.
Yeah, going from the worst record in the association in 2024 to a playoff team in 2025, and now they look to just keep on rising.
Henderson, the pass to George. Love, a screen on Beal. For three, George. Adams grabs the miss. The Heat with the lead. Outside, Green. Pass to Beal. The three is up. Here's Adams. And it's slammed in by Adams.
And a big reason why Beal's a good passer, he has a high basketball IQ. That is a smart kick out right there.
Pistons trail by 3. And so the timeout by J.B. Bickerstaff here. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Coming off a win against the Hornets.
And I think they were prepared to face pressure D, but that never materialized, so they took advantage.
This has been that rare night where they got pretty much anything they wanted offensively.
And representing both sides for your Heat squad, make some noise.
Miami making a switch here. Curry's checked in. And the Pistons making a change here as well. Towns is checked in. Detroit with the ball. In the second quarter, they've given up just 3 points. There's a screen by Love. The three, George. Rebound, Miami.
Yeah, just a little off his game this quarter. He's trying to work his way into a rhythm.
And it's Green missing.
Well, that was a great challenge at the rim and a difficult adjustment to make.
Henderson outside. Nails it from 3. Henderson's got 6 points.
Yeah, he's so quick to react. Henderson has the shot lined up before the ball even gets to him.
Miami moving it around. Curry looking it over. Adams a screen. The three. There he is. The three-point king delivers on cue.
Oh, you gotta love the back and forth. Showing real confidence at the arc.
And when you give up a 3, there's always this instinct to try and get it back immediately.
Now Cornette. No points yet. Just 5 to shoot. Henderson for 3. And the Pistons, another 3.
The response from Scoop in answer 3. What a back and forth. Oh, my.
Pass to Adams. Now here's Butler. Covered by Love. Double team on Butler. Green for 3. Towns with a rebound. Towns has got 4 rebounds now. Here's George. Puts one up from 19. Kicks it out Towns from outside the arc. And it's Miami with a rebound. Adams has got 4 rebounds now. To the paint. Here's Bridges. And he banks in the layup. Bridges has got his 2nd bucket of the night.
Yeah, nimble play by Bridges inside, navigating the contact and getting to his finish.
Cornette sets a screen to the middle. Oh, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
And nobody putting out much of an effort to stop him.
Surprising in a close game, a lack of energy on defense.
When every possession matters, your defense has to be better.
Curry passes to Butler. Bridges outside. Green, a screen. Bridges misses. And Detroit is shooting only 36% so far in this game. Love passes to George. Pass to Henderson. Launches it. Can't hit that one. And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for the Heat. We've got 1:48 left in the second period. Inside. Draymond. Oh, such a force inside.
Yeah, when Green is looking to score, this is exactly the area he's most comfortable, right at the rim.
Henderson outside. Cornette sets a screen. To the inside. And that one is stuffed right through.
Coach is loving the ball movement.
And here's a timeout from Eric Spoelstra now. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players. A different look for Miami. Kessler, he's checked in for Adams. Aaron Gordon comes in for Draymond Green. And it's Andrew Wiggins in for Butler. Detroit also making some changes. Aldama's checked in for Cornette. Koulibaly comes in for Love. And Benedict Mathurin subbed in for George. Here's Curry. 10 points for him. Gordon with a screen on Henderson. Bridges outside. Outside Curry. Pass to Kessler. Wiggins outside. Takes the three. It's not going to go for him. Some solid defense from Koulibaly.
The battle of the boards has been something to watch.
And it's powered home by Towns.
How about the bounce?
We can call that bounce per ounce. Can't be denied. It's Bridges on the wing. He's covered by Mathurin. Kessler, a screen on Henderson. Curry passes to Wiggins from deep. They get it back. Out to Gordon. 8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Outside Curry. Beyond the arc. And that one goes. He's shooting 5 of 9 in this one.
Well, that's helping your team. By and large, he's taking shots he knows he can make.
Down low. Here's Towns. And it's blocked by Kessler. And that's out of bounds. It was last touched by Kessler.
0. Bradley Beal.
And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. Miami out in front. They're up by 1. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in a moment.
27.
Good evening, everybody. Can you guess what we're starting the show with? Wow, you guys are good. Time for the power rankings. Some powerful stuff going on there. Guys, where would you rank us against the other halftime shows?
Wait, there's other halftime shows?
Often imitated, never duplicated. But Ernie, we're lucky Shaq shows up, and we pay him to be here.
Oh, hold on. You guys are getting paid?
Shh, Jack, be quiet. Don't worry about it.
Snitches get stitches, Kenny.
Moving on, let's look at how these Pistons are doing. That first half was close.
Guys taking shots for them. Trying to do too much all at once. I think it's jamming up their flow.
Yeah, everyone has to have a role on the offensive end. Share the ball and trust your teammates.
Thanks for joining us. Time to head back over to the third quarter with Brian Anderson.
Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. Stephen Curry having a dominant impact in this game.
Yeah, he played such a smart first half, maximizing his opportunities offensively.
And what more can you ask of him? That is helping out your team.
The Pistons trailing. We've got Butler. Andrew Wiggins is out there with Stephen Curry. Then it's Walker Kessler, and it's Gordon in at the 4. That's the group for Eric Spoelstra starting the second half. Butler passes to Curry. Butler against Koulibaly. Miami moving it around. Pass to Kessler. Towns with a rebound. Towns has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Mathurin passes to George. Here's Towns, hounded by Wiggins. Outside Mathurin from the arc. Gordon pulls it in. Miami has gotten 5 of 11 threes to drop so far in this game. Butler. A shot, no good. Some solid defense from Coulibaly. Tim, when you talk about Jimmy Butler, just how hard of a worker is this guy?
Well, he's just exceptional. That gritty style of play is what makes him so respected, B.A. And as we know, he has a way of rising to the occasion.
And it's blocked by Kessler.
They've been unable to hit anything this half. 3 attempts and 3 misses.
And he's going for the oop here. And out of bounds. Detroit will have it. All right, let's check the leaderboard and see the small forwards who have been making an impact with their passing since the All-Star break. Second is Jimmy Butler.
The selfless attitude of this group of wings is a breath of fresh air. I mean, they're all about doing what's best for the team.
Well, traditionally, a small forward's role was defined differently, but these guys are focused on ball movement and creating quality looks.
Towns, a screen on Wiggins. Mathurin with the ball. Now guarded by Curry. And they take the lead. Mathurin's got his first 2 points.
And Mathurin is an impressive scorer, skilled at finding ways to convert around the rim.
And here's a timeout from Eric Spoelstra now. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust.
Make some noise for your defense. For your Heat dancers, get loud.
And so it's Curry with it. He brings it up for the Heat. Nothing yet for him here in the third quarter. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Oh, Curry just weaving his way through traffic. Still knocks it in.
And that is exactly why Curry is must-see TV.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Thanks a lot. The Pistons are growing. Coach J.B. Bickerstaff said, I appreciate the work that the guys have put in, and I'm proud of what they're becoming. But we have more work to do. We're still taking steps. Our guys have improved. The team has improved. But we're not finished yet. Back to you guys.
On the rise. Allie, thanks very much for the report. Wiggins outside. Pass to Curry. There's the triple. Knocks down the long J. And it's a 4-point Heat lead.
Exactly what every offense needs. Shooters who can force the defense to extend.
Yeah, that's how you create that spacing, and that will open up a lot of options offensively.
George sets a screen. Towns for 3. Rebound Miami.
Not his best night, and not the team's best night. Sometimes it just goes that way.
Back to Curry. The shot won't fall. And George with some nice D. Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket. Yeah, this is how impactful Mathurin can be in close. He loves jamming it home.
Gordon outside. Takes a 3. Curry's shot is off.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Inside. Here's Coulibaly. Ooh, the lead pass was in the perfect spot to set up the layup. Coulibaly's got his first points of the night. You know, I heard Steve Kerr talking about this concept, the ball and stick theory, Tim, that some guys just have natural hand-eye coordination and will excel in any sport. Do you agree with that?
Completely agree. Typically, we think of athletic ability involving speed or quickness or verticality, but I think that hand-eye is critical and counts just as much as those other traits.
And so the timeout by J.B. Bickerstaff here. He's going to talk it over with his guys. That's checked in for Detroit. Henderson comes in for Koulibaly. Henderson with it. He's got 9. Uses the glass on the layup. Henderson's got 11.
They have no answer defensively inside.
Kessler, a screen on George. To the paint. And finished off by Kessler.
And once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on. Henderson outside. George sets a screen. Pass to Towns for the lead. Rebounded by Butler.
I mean, he's trying to shoot his way out of what's becoming a prolonged cold streak.
And he doesn't have to do it alone. He's got 4 teammates on the floor.
To the middle. Butler with a steal. Butler on the wing. Back to Curry. And it's going to be a 3-second call.
Well, I think that was a product of the pressure. Take your eye off the ball for just a second, and it can lead to a turnover.
Green's checked in for Miami. Bridges comes in for Andrew Wiggins. And the Pistons making a change here as well. Ingles, he's checked in for Matherin. George outside. Towns on a screen. George passes to Towns. Cornette. Tip back in for 2. 6 points for him.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. Yeah, that's why they continue to get attacked.
Gordon outside. Back to Curry. Five on the clock. Jacks up a 3. Gordon can't hit. The Pistons have gotten 5 of 12 shots to drop in the third. Henderson, the pass to Ingles. And he misses the go-ahead basket. Miami's gone only 1 of 3 from deep here in the third. Here's Bridges. Checking his stats. He's scoring around 9.5 points per game. Fades and shoots. And the bucket is good. Green's got his second basket of the night.
Showing you that great flexibility offensively. Draymond utilizing those openings that others might pass on.
Cornette passes to Henderson. And he lobs it up to the rim. Cornette can't hit.
That could have been an easy pass and finish. Not really sure what went wrong.
There is no doubt about it. They'd love to have that one back.
Butler against Ingles.
Well, Jimmy's showing you what a great scorer he is. He had the defense completely fooled by that pump fake.
It's his first trip to the line.
Jimmy Butler.
And he knocks down the first one.
And the team adopts the personality of Jimmy Butler. He can alter a team's culture.
So for Miami, Adams checked in for Gordon. And it's Beal in for Stephen Curry. Detroit also making some changes. Bryant, he's checked in for Towns. And Love is subbed in for George.
Yeah, he's as good as it gets at the line. Pretty much automatic.
Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Henderson misses. Here's Butler. Jimmy Butler, so smooth inside.
It's nice to see they're not settling for three-pointers. These guys are putting in the work inside.
And so it's Miami leading by 6 as we wrap up the quarter. And it's all due to their ability to own the paint. They've been dominant down low. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere. And meanwhile, Eric Spoelstra rallying the troops.
Once we get the rebound, get to those corners, race for it, okay? What you're doing right now is you're making them have to defend.
And Coach Spo imploring his guys to be faster and sharper than the other team.
If they do that, they'll be fine. Coach wants to tire the opposition out on defense.
Man, I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Setting the floor for Detroit. Joe Ingles is out there with Luke Cornett. Then there's George. Then it's Henderson. And it's Love in at the three. Henderson finds George. Oh, there's the alley. Butler with a steal. Over Love's. A nice shot by Butler. And the Heat lead by 8.
That is smooth. Butler showing you excellent ball control to create that space.
Outside Love. Right wing. Love, a screen on Bridges. Pass to George. Fires the three. And they recover it. Shot clock at 6. Here's Ingles. Yes, and it's George picking up the assist.
In the NBA, you just can't let guys get to the rim.
First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth. For three, Bridges. The rebound by Detroit. George has got 4 rebounds in the game.
I've been in this position. Your team is up. You want to drive in the dagger. He may be a little overeager.
Henderson, the pass to Cornett. Detroit moving the ball around. Henderson against Beal. Shots good by Henderson.
When everything clicks for Henderson, you're going to see a lot of nights like this.
And so it's Eric Spoelstra with the timeout here. He's looking to make some very important adjustments here. Stephen Curry, he's checked in for Adams. Karl Anthony Towns has checked in for Detroit. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Well, over the break, I listened in on Eric Spoelstra's huddle. He was clapping in the huddle, saying to his guys, loving the effort right now. Keep the intensity on them. Leave no doubt in their mind that this game is ours. Guys, back to you.
And Allie, thank you for that. Beal outside. And there is a whistle. That goes on Joe Ingles. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
First team foul.
Beal outside. Green with a screen on Henderson. 3-pointer. Beal. They grab their own miss. Curry. George with a steal.
Turnovers happen. It's part of the game. But kudos to him. That's his first of the night. A growing aspect of George's game. He's working to become a strong facilitator.
Pass to Curry. Green with a screen on Henderson. Here's Beal. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Personal foul. Second team foul. Now at the line, Bradley Beal.
First free throw is good.
And no one's ever doubted Bradley Beal's ability. That's obvious. But his availability has been an issue at times. If he's on the floor, he can still light it up.
The Heat making a switch here. Gordon's checked in. From the line that time. Pistons trail by 4. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth now. Henderson outside. Shoots over Beal. Rebound by the Heat. Gordon's got 4 rebounds now. Here's Curry. Oh, nice job in the paint from Curry.
Well, guys, I'm happy I'm not guarding Steph right now. On nights like tonight, Curry can do no wrong.
George passes to Henderson. George is screen on Beal. Here's the Senge. Butler covering. To the inside. And Beal gets it to go on the assist by Butler. And now it's an 8-point Miami lead.
His position might be shooting guard, but Beal has no problems taking it inside.
George passes to Towns. And looks like an illegal pick was set. That gets the ref's attention.
You can get away with one once in a while, but it looked like he wasn't completely set on that pick.
Well, oftentimes illegal screens fall into a gray area, but that time he got called for it.
Look at who's out there now for Miami. Kessler, he's checked in for Bridges. And it's Wiggins in for Bradley Beal. Matkovic, he's checked in for Detroit. Benedict Mathurin comes in for Love.
Making his mark from long range today. That's his second triple of the half, his 5th overall.
George passes to Towns. And again, the Pistons missing.
Oh, he is off from deep. Maybe it's time to look for another option.
That one is cash from Wiggins. And the action on hold. It appears there's been an injury. Yep, he's definitely in a bad way out there right now. Man, that's tough to see.
And hopefully it's not as bad as it looks. That would be a big blow for them.
Well, you just feel awful for him. Injuries are the very worst part of this game.
Koulibaly, he's checked in for the Pistons. And J.B. Bickerstaff decides to call timeout. He clearly wants to talk it over and make sure everyone is focused. And Detroit making a change here. Aldama's checked in. Legs, when you're watching a young team play, what are the things you're looking for?
Well, look, a lot of teams have young players who are focused on making a name for themselves, but I like to see unselfishness. Those guys who can play with a team-first winning mindset, those are the guys that you keep long-term.
Play D, do the dirty work, stay in the rotation.
About sums it up.
Wiggins against Mathurin. Back to Koulibaly. Aldama outside. Pass to Mathurin. Just 5 on the clock. Shoots over Wiggins. Misses off the left iron.
The other team just looks more in sync and is riding the momentum.
Yeah, it's just time to settle everything down. Get high percentage looks and then D up.
George scanning the floor. Here's Towns.
Almost 7 feet tall. Towns has the length to get to the line. A tough guy to guard.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Miami.
Well, they have owned the offensive perimeter throughout this game, finding lots of openings and turning them into big shots.
Well, and how about the damage they've done attacking the basket? The defense has had no answers for how to slow them down in that area. I love the aggressiveness.
And no matter what the chatter is out there, all Big Cat does is produce on a nightly basis.
And so Towns nails them both.
A big man with a nice shooting stroke. You love to see it.
And it's Miami's ball. They've got a 12-2 run in progress. Now Wiggins. Curry fires. It's money from deep.
And their strategy is obvious. Manufacture looks from outside the arc.
And all of that success from the three-point line will open up driving lanes. Let's see if they can take advantage of that as well.
Now Koulibaly. Mathurin up top. Now Koulibaly. Mathurin up top. Pounded by Wiggins. Look it! That one goes!
Great body control allows Mathurin to finish through contact.
Heat leading by 13. Stephen Curry! the three doesn't go.
You have to defend the three-point line. They got lucky he missed that one.
Now George. Now Matherin. Outside Koulibaly. Takes a three. Oh, he can't hit it. And it's Butler with the ball for Miami. Here's Kessler. Butler outside. Well, when you think about all the miles Jimmy Butler has on his legs now, how many more does he have left, Greg?
Well, he's been shouldering the load for a long time. But what separates him from the pack is his sheer will and his IQ. So he might just surprise us a little.
The first free throw is good. And with players now able to earn money at the collegiate level, what does that do for the NBA legs?
Well, I do think overall it's a good thing. As a former college athlete myself, I love to see these guys get rewarded, and possibly you get to the league, you're a little bit more polished and grown up.
Bottom line is you may have made some money, but when you have a chance to play against the best of the best, that's why you go pro.
There's nothing like it.
Detroit calls timeout. A minute 15 left to play in the fourth quarter.
And they were really able to find the mismatches they wanted and exploit those all night. Great execution from the players and coaching staff for the Heat.
Offensively, they made the most of their trips.
They found multiple ways to score consistently, and a little luck doesn't hurt them either. They also got some nice bounces off the rim tonight, too.
And they important in this league. And even the opposing fans can't deny this was a sensational game for Stephen Curry.
Yeah, he was just laser focused in that game. It got to the point where you just knew if he shot it, it was going in.
Kessler with a rebound. Miami has gone 3 of 7 from the perimeter during the fourth. Outside Curry. Oh, he goes to the glass with that one.
You can feel the excitement in this arena. These guys have done one heck of a job.
What a great performance. They have given the fans their money's worth.
George! Yes, sir! The crossover and the score! There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock and the game clock. Butler outside. Outside Gordon. Butler. Jacks up a three. Towns rips down the board. So it's the Heat winning this one easily. This one was a fun one to watch. They were clearly in the driver's seat down the stretch.
They really were, B.A. They played with great intensity on both ends of the floor, and they didn't allow their mistakes to get the better of them.
All right, let's send it down to Allie LaForce, who's with our player of the game.
We hope to see you again soon.
Thanks so much, Stephen. A big time.
All right, Allie, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. For Grant Hill, Tim Legler, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson, thanking you for watching this 2K Sports presentation. We'll see you next time.